Greetings to all you beautiful people in the internet. Welcome to my channel. Today's topic, we're going to focus on leadership versus management and to understand the differences between the two. We all know that leadership and management are a completely different things, but people always mistaken them to be as one thing. So in that case, I'm going to break down the differences between the leadership and management once and for all, just to have an awareness. What are the differences between these two? Leadership is about having a vision and to have followers in order for them to execute that vision. Whereas managers is all about administrative side of it. The important thing for you to know about the differences between leadership and management is for you to know and to tell if you are a leadership style of working or if you are a management style of working. Then you will tell the difference. Then you will know if either you're doing the right things or if you are doing the wrong things, or if there is a way for you to improve, or if there is a way for you to expand your knowledge. Additionally, it is very important to know the difference between the two, the leadership and the management. Then you will question yourself if you are still depending on one style of it or if you're doing both. Then this will give you a more opportunity or more judgment to know which side you are. If you're just focusing on one set and not the other, then this will give you the opportunity on how you can embroil your skills and knowledge for you to have that high performances. If there is a way for you to develop your skills for leadership or the management style of it, just to improve your performances at work. I am not saying that one is more important than the other. It's just for us to know the differences. Okay, when it comes to between management and leadership, so I'm going to break them down. I'm going to break down the factors, the differences between the two. What we're going to break them down for you. So I will start by vision. When it comes to management always tell about the vision. That is, what is the vision of the company or the organization they are. So like when they come to handovers or if they have meetings, the manager will explain or they will talk about what is the vision. When it comes to leadership, they don't talk about it. They share it with the team. They will sell it to everyone so that everybody will have a look, you have a read. Because when somebody tells you about something, if you haven't read it, you won't know exactly what is it. But when you read it, it share with you, then you will know the depth of what has been discussed. What is the vision? So that's the difference between a management and the leadership. Managers tell, and leadership, they sell or share the vision with the team. When it comes to conflict, managers always intend to avoid conflict because they don't want to get into trouble. They want everything to go smoothly and well done and well kept, everybody like keeping the peace. Rather than solving the conflict, they decided to avoid the conflict so that there would be peace, which is a different narrative when it comes to leadership. Leadership, they like to attack the conflict. They like to resolve the conflict. They like to address that conflict. With that conflict, they will use it as an asset on how to prevent it forward from moving on. That's the difference between a leadership and a management when it comes to solving conflict. Another aspect is managers focus on the number of people that they are working with. So the greater number they have, they know that that's how effective the work is going to be. Whereas when it comes to leadership, they focus on people. The people they are working with. What are their skills mix? It doesn't matter if you have a large quantity of staff. If all those staff are not equipped enough, they are not skilled enough, they believe that the work will not be done properly as the way it should be done. So they focus on people. What is the skill mix? What is their ability? Are they able to perform tasks? Are they trained enough? Are they qualified enough to do the tasks that is being asked to them to do? So they focus on the people's ability rather than the quantity of the staff. So that is the difference between the two. So managing people, managers intend to manage people. They intend to manage people. But when it comes to leadership, they intend to lead the people rather than managing them. So they lead the way so that they can follow. Managers, they manage them, telling them this, telling them what to do, And then when it comes to credit, when it comes to manager or management, they always take the credits. Like if something goes well with the company or something, they've got a positive credit, managers always take the credit, even though it's a team that has that win-win of the credit, but they are the one that will take the credit. Whereas when it comes to leadership, they give credit. When the team does well, they will come openly there and tell the team that you've done well. So they will be the one to give that credit to the people rather than them taking the credits to themselves. So that's the difference. And when it comes to risk, management always intend to avoid risk, like what I said about conflict. Management always intend to avoid risk. Whereas when it comes to leadership, they are risk taker. They don't mind to take the risk to see what will be the outcome. If there is a solution, they can go forward and put that solution wherever there is a risk. They will identify the risk and then try to put solution in place. And when it comes to management, they are very authoritative. I said authoritative. We all know what is authoritative. Like giving tasks, telling people what to do, ordering them around. This is how it has to be done, so and so forth. So the difference between them and the leadership is, leadership, they are charismatic. They try to create a fun environment to see how you can do the work done by creating a solution, inspiring the team. If there's a gap there, they will see how they can work alongside with them. So they create that charismatic between the team for them to follow. So this is the difference between the two of them. And management always focus on profit, whereas leaders focus on values. Management always focus on controlling people, whereas leadership focus on influencing the team. Management focus on making the rules, whereas leaders intend to break the rules. Management intend to be stabilized where there is a stabilities. Management intend to stay in one place, like stabilities where there is the stock there. That is stability. That is management. But when it comes to leadership, they intend to lead change. They can change things when it doesn't work. Rather than sticking in one place, they can change situation. Managers also focus on placing the blame to others when things go badly. But when it comes to leadership, they take responsibilities when they find out that the team has done bad. So these are the differences between the management and the leadership. There is an ongoing ideas between management and leadership, and people asking which category do you belong in. However, management and leadership, they all have a role to play in the society. Management has followers that follows them, whereas leadership, they don't. Managers can make rules, whereas leadership can break those rules. However, they both work hand in hand. Let me tell you why. It takes a lot of assessment to know whether you are managing or you're leading your team. Leadership involves in motivating people in order for them to believe in the vision that has been created. Managers, in the other hand, is about for them to do the planning, the decision making, the delegation, the coordinating the resources in order to achieve that vision that has been set by the leader. So as we all say, they both work hand in hand. A leadership can provide a vision, can see a vision far off, whereas a manager is there to support the leadership with that vision on how to get in there. So as how the going says, the leaders can set a vision and the managers are there to execute those vision for them to happen by planning, by executing, by coordinating, by delegating to ensure that the vision that has already been set, they actually achieve that. So both work hand in hand. Just bear in mind that. Now, let me ask you a question. It really takes a lot of assessment for you to know whether you are managing or you are leading. Let me say, for example, if your position or your role or your title was removed from you, will the people still follow you? That is the people that you've been managing. Will they be able to follow you still despite this position has been removed from you? If you cannot find the answers to that, maybe go to your closest friends or relative, whoever is closest to you. Maybe put these questions towards them. Maybe they will be able to answer you. Because the reason why I'm asking this question, people doesn't like to be managed. They like to be led. People want to follow a leader where they can gain experience and gain knowledge and learn from ideas. Managers, they intend to change things for them to adapt to a situation. But when it comes to leaders, they will change the whole world if that is possible for a situation to go hand in hand, something that can make people feel comfortable. So this is the difference between management and leadership. They both can work hand in hand. Check within yourself. What are you? What category are you in? Are you a management style, or are you a leadership style, or are you both? If you're both, then wonderful. That is a very good combination, because they both, like I said, they both work hand in hand. You can't just be a specialist on one and not on the other one. Both work hand in hand. So check yourself today. If you're a manager, and then you see what set of category you are, because as a manager, you can be a leader as well. It doesn't mean that because I'm a manager, I cannot be a leader. If you focus on just the management, you can see the rationale. Everything that is the manager is focused. A manager can also be a leader. So you need to check yourself. If there is a way for you to improve your skills, if you don't have either one of them, maybe this is an opportunity maybe to expand your knowledge so that you can have a successful team that you're building up. So if you come so far watching this video, thank you so much for doing so. And please don't forget to subscribe so that to help my channel grow. Place a comment down below if there is any improvement for myself as well. And please don't forget to like and share the video. I'll see you on my next video. Thank you.